Mr. Glass, and welcome to the GLASSHouse.
Welcome to the GLASSHouse. Go ahead and put the pads down. Welcome to the GLASSHouse. He's the man now. Spitting knowledge about the games we play every day. The same time, ball up on your fools on 2K. Dead or alive, I don't see the beat. Sick with the shot. You don't know if I'm LeBron or Master Chief. Welcome to the GLASSHouse. Go ahead and put the pads down. Welcome to the GLASSHouse. He's the man now. That's why I shine brighter than the sun with 4 halos. Making dark souls wanna run and go lay low. These games bring out the best of me. Against me, you already know. Failure is your destiny. Welcome to the GLASSHouse. Go ahead and put the pads down. Welcome to the GLASSHouse. He's the man now.
Oh boy.
Damn, how did Nightbot catch him already?
It's like snatch.
Oh, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Vic, aka Mr. Glass, and I am here, and we are live, baby, on the GLASSHouse, and we got a show for you. And one of the things that we're going to talk about today is Harry Potter's very own universe with Hogwarts Legacy. It's the newest game out right now. It's the new hotness. It's taking Twitch by storm and selling all kinds of, probably going to break records. It's huge. Biggest game out right now. And this is a gaming podcast, so you know we got to cover it. But before we do that, I'm going to introduce you to my partners in crime here. Why does D-Ray have that particular face on? You look like somebody like ran over
I
your
know
dog.
why D-Ray has that face on.
Why are you reveling in this man's misery right now?
Dang.
It's so bad.
Because it's on and popping with me and Dizzy from now on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, from my point of view, we're going to go right to left. So we're going to go Dizzy. Talk to the people.
Hi.
V.
What?
She's what? Like
What?
I'm supposed to be on the show or something. Jesus, Edwin. V. I'll let the people. Oh, damn. My eyes. All right. We're good.
What's going on, y'all?
I'm back.
What's the word? What's the word?
What?
D-Ray. Talk to the people, man.
Yeah. Hello.
He said, yeah, I know. Yeah. All right, so
Love you.
Love you too.
Wow.
the ice in the room is just freezing.
Yo, I am so mad right now.
Ooh, why you mad?
I am so mad. Because y'all know I am one of the biggest Harry Potter fans on planet Earth. And because I just so happen to have a bargain basement Xbox One that's old as school buses, I can't play Harry Potter until April. Meanwhile,
So April, no, you paid on the 10th.
no,
No, he
I
can't
can't
because
get it
the
until April.
Series X version
And see,
without pre-order comes out on the 10th.
yeah,
But
put
the
that on
Xbox
TikTok.
One version
Yeah,
don't come out till April.
the look that she just gave, put that on TikTok.
Ooh, wee. All right,
With a bullseye.
ladies
boy.
and gentlemen, we understand now why D-Ray is angry. So we're gonna get right to the game. The only person on this panel as of right now that has played the game is our smiling Canadian over there, Dizzy. So Dizzy, I'm gonna let you have the floor here. Tell us a bit about the game and why you have that smile on your face.
I have this smile on my face because although D-Ray says that he's the biggest Harry Potter fan, I feel like I could give him a run for his money. All right. I love Harry Potter, and the fact that like we've been looking forward to this game forever. And it's just the fact that I got to dive into something Harry Potter that I didn't know about today was just super
Oh.
exciting. Like something that I'm just like, other rest of Harry Potter, like I enjoy it, but I remember it. I've already experienced it. This is new Harry Potter for me. So I'm just like, that's why I'm excited.
Okay, so here's the thing. And this is gonna be blasphemous to the two of you, D-Ray and Emily, but I am not the hugest Harry Potter fan. I don't know everything there is to know about Harry Potter.
That's
I don't
okay.
know that much about the books. I've watched like a couple of the movies. I skipped the later ones because I was told they were bad. I don't know if that's true necessarily, but I'm just letting you know that that's what that was told of me. All right, so explain to me in your words, and we're gonna start with D-Ray, why the Harry Potter universe is so enthralling.
I think it's because it is this ongoing quest to find the magic in life and to find the worlds that are hidden right in plain sight. And I feel like as a creative, I can relate to Harry Potter because there are certain things that were not here yesterday that are here today that you have to kind of bring to life and kind of, if you know the right spell, if you know the right potion, if you know the right directions, and so I've related to it probably since it came out, and yeah, so in my view, that's why I always gravitate towards it. Whenever I'm doing something creative, I like to put it on repeat, put the movies on, and I'm in my zone. So yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned that quite a few times, D-Ray, with the whole Harry Potter kind of gets you in that creative zone that you need to be in to finish projects and things like that. So, Dizzy, tell me in your words what makes the Harry Potter series, not just the game you're playing right now, but the entire universe of Harry Potter, so enthralling.
I love it because, I'm a big fantasy fan, right? And it's fantasy, like it's pretty much textbook fantasy, but it's not just a story, like it's a whole world that has been built. Like it's a world that has its own creatures, its own laws, it's got its own languages, and it's just, she didn't just say, oh, well, here's a witch in present day, right? Or a witch or a wizard. It's just like, there's this whole world that, her and the other, like, sort of like the creative, because it's blown up. Like, it's not just, she's not the only person responsible for Harry Potter anymore. There's like a whole slew of people that have built this world, and they keep building it and building it. And this is like, it's crazy. I love it. Just like the fact that it's this whole world. I said the world too much, but that's what it is. World.
The thing about these types of things, and I can't specifically speak on Harry Potter, but what I can speak on is like the books and or games that I've gotten into where there's been like Destiny, for instance, the world of Destiny and the lore building and all of the things that they've done, the world of Star Wars. They're all similar. They all take you to another place, another time where things may not exactly be like they are right now, but everything, like D-Ray said, is relatable. You can take snippets of those worlds and interject them into your own, and it makes sense. And
yeah,
so
in any movie that takes you on a journey, from there's a clear beginning point and a clear ending, and that, for me, that's like Lord of the Rings type stuff that I can watch over and over again too. But yeah, so definitely can relate to that.
okay, so Dizzy, you have already played Hogwarts Legacy.
There's that face again.
And what?
I'm trying real hard not to cut my camera off.
Like Alt F4.
What house have you been put into thus far?
I don't know. I wonder.
Well, the
See all the green?
First, hold on. I'm trying to be professional because remember, we go on the radio too.
I got
They
jokes.
can't see all that.
I got jokes.
I'm in Slytherin.
I thought it was going to be the Bobatten School of Haters.
Oh, green is the color of hatery.
I'm not girly enough. Can you picture me like that Bobatten, like the little twirly hat and the dress and the flitting around? Like, it's just not gonna happen.
Okay.
I've known you a very long time, and I don't think there would be another more scary sight on the planet that I know, because something would have to be drastically wrong with you in order for you to do that. And so I'd be afraid for your safety.
But no, I've been put into Slytherin. I remember when I first took the Pottermore quiz when it first came out many, many, many years ago. D-Ray, I'm sure you've taken said quiz.
Absolutely.
I was trying to get into Gryffindor. I wanted to be Gryffindor. I took that quiz 4 times, and every time it put me in Slytherin. So I decided to embrace it. So when you could, I don't know if this is new information to me, but like for everyone watching or listening or whatever, if you are a member of the Wizarding World Harry Potter fan site, because Pottermore was moved to Wizarding World, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you had an account there, it was moved over. So if you have your witch or wizard with your assigned wand and your assigned house, you can in fact link your accounts to the WB account, and you can pull your already existing witch or wizard into Hogwarts Legacy.
Wow.
So that's what I did.
Whoop-de-damn-do.
Oh, like you're not gonna do it.
In April.
I mean,
In April.
do you guys, and I know, like I said, some of you, you can't necessarily see, but do y'all feel the haterade in D-Ray's voice right now? I mean, it's palpable. All right, so let me ask you a question, D-Ray. You know how they say that there are certain games that are system sellers?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that you should have gotten an upgrade to play Hogwarts Legacy at this point? Is this game a system seller for you?
I'm kind of on the fence with that, honestly. Really.
You could be playing tomorrow.
Wow.
Shut.
Damn.
I mean that with all the love.
It might be furniture moving at the end of this show.
This will be my
And
last night on the
if you know any
GLASSHouse.
people from the South, you know what I mean.
I mean that with all April. Who the hell
Yeah.
is April?
No, he's asking why April.
Oh, because that's when Xbox, Hogwarts Legacy will be available for Xbox One users. See, here's the problem, everybody. I have a purchasing agent and I have a chief financial officer in my house.
And it ain't you.
And it ain't me. I would have to run this by this person to say, hey, you know that Harry Potter game that everybody's talking about? I can't play it until April unless I upgrade. And this person was probably say something like, okay, Danny, how much does it cost to upgrade? And then I tell them that's going to lead to a conversation that I don't want to have.
I feel like
then I got to figure
D-Ray
out
is every man right now.
I got to figure out how to hook up my monitor and my new Xbox in my car, because that will probably be where I'll be living.
Dang.
If you had a laptop PC,
What
Here
you
we go.
don't do is keep bringing that up.
See, all right, so here's
to play online, right?
freaking night. You see, we understand his pain. Like, I don't. Well, okay, let me pump the brakes. I don't understand his pain because this right here is a Series X controller. It's not an Xbox One controller. It's got the little shit pad.
You want to get some of this hate too?
I just wanted to.
No. I just wanted to.
I see what you did. I just wanted to tell the people
No.
that I was trying to relate.
All right.
He
But
was
I
trying
can't
to
quite
relate to you
get
as a
there.
fellow console player.
Yeah, I'm there, but I'm not. You get what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so I understand what he's going through a little bit because I would understand, like, your wife may not be okay with spending 500 bones on a new console. And so my question is to all of you guys who are listening to this, either now or after the fact, let me know how you guys convinced your spouse to let you upgrade consoles when it was time. So that way we can give D-Ray some ideas on how to approach this subject.
See, then I got another problem. But see, once you get past that challenge, then I have another challenge. Because see, I live with a miniature game tester in my house. That any upgrade that I have, this little clone of a person will think belongs to him. So now I have to hook him to the bike. Right? So we got a lot of things going on over here.
But see, here's the thing. He has his game time. And then, you have your game time. You gotta share. Sharing is caring.
I would love to share this size 15 with you, Mr. Ross. I really would.
But see, look, here's the thing. I'm trying to help you. I'm like Tom Cruise and Jerry Maguire. Help me help you.
So what
here's the thing. You're already poking the cage glass because really, honest and true, Dizzy already ticked me off earlier today too. I just didn't say
talent.
anything in the group chat. I just didn't
It was
say
a talent.
anything in the group chat. No. She talked about this other game called Forspoken.
Oh
She
yeah.
said
Oh,
it
yeah.
had a said it had a nice demo. And I was like, ooh, great. I can go play this demo, this game. That'll be great. PlayStation or Windows
Exclusive.
only.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That's my bad.
Oh, you forgot about that.
I forgot that Xbox didn't get it.
Okay. DEFCON OH. Can we highlight that comment
We
real
sure
quick?
can.
DEFCON OH. My wife knew from day one that gaming is life. She know what she signed up for.
That's like our house.
That's what I was gonna say. Go ahead, Dizzy. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
look,
I was
D-Ray,
like,
you might have to, hey.
Like when
She got
when
some
I
learning to
went
do, man.
when I went to upgrade my
You know what I mean?
console from I had the Xbox One, the Scorpio edition, right?
Mhm.
Like that's the first Xbox One that come out, I think. Was it?
I had that
I think
too,
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had the Scorpio edition. And then this new one came out, the Series X. And I'm like, okay, so I know I want it. I'm gonna upgrade to it. So I talked to Sam and he's like, well, am I getting one? So the deal was that if I was buying one for me, I had to buy one for him. And so I did, and that was an adventure because the day that they went on sale, there were virtual lines everywhere because there's a very limited. I'm sure the PlayStation people feel this. There's a very limited amount of them. And when I found them finally at Best Buy, I sat in a virtual lineup for like 47 minutes, and then it was only one per household. So I had to buy one, get back in the line, and then I had to buy another one and ship it to my dad.
Oh, that's so tough.
And then my dad tried to hold it hostage for a case of beer. So
Oh, wow.
That's
That is such a fatherly thing to do, right? Like that's wholesome.
So
You know what I mean?
So that's how we did it. Is
Shout
Sam's
out shout out to Dizzy's mom or Dizzy's dad for
Right.
being dope like that. 'Cause that's such a dad thing, bro.
We're gonna call him now the DOD. Dad dude.
Listen, in my phone, his contact name is the reason I am the way that I am. That is his entire
That's
contact
hilarious.
name. So Sam said as long as I bought him one, I could buy me one. So why don't you try that with your what did you call it? The boss.
The CFO,
CFO, yep.
the purchasing officer.
Purchasing officer. Try that. Tell your purchasing officer that they can have one if you can have one.
How about we're gonna do this? Hey, Glass, what would you just say hypothetically? I don't know. Somebody that's usually in our group chat a whole lot, that's close to you. If you had to put your foot down and say, "This is what I'm going to do," how would you say it? I'm gonna buy
The
this.
problem
And you
is, the
can't
problem
stop.
is, D-Ray. And if she was here right now, she would back me up, but she's not here right now. But the problem is that I go to people and I say what I'm going to do.
Ah,
Most people go to people and say what they like to do.
ah,
Begging
okay.
forgiveness and all that.
Watch this. Hey, Mika.
Oh boy.
Nah. All right.
PlayStation 5. And Glass said it ain't nothing.
Wow.
Hey,
You
wait
see
a
how
minute.
fast I threw you under that bus, Glass?
That's,
It's just like a
This ain't-
glass-shaped splash under that bus now.
this ain't right.
Down here.
This ain't right. Y'all understand what he's trying to do right now? He's trying to set me up.
Yeah, that's some entrapment for
What'd
you.
you say?
This is wrong.
Mm.
She's saying 4-letter words that we can't repeat on the podcast right
Hey,
now.
look, and the game tester came out. What? You gonna?
You started stuff now. You
He
started
said,
stuff.
Wow.
You mentioned consoles? I like that kind of talk.
Now here's the thing I must say. Mad props to Dizzy and her man because they're gamers. They have that understanding on we will rob Peter to get Paul. You know what I'm saying? To get that console.
We gonna rob Peter to pay Paul to pay that man at the Xbox store.
Now here's another thing that I am admonishing their financial flex. Not one, but 2 premier Xboxes that they got out.
Yeah, that
at
was
the same
1,000
time.
bones right there. Just packed
That
out.
was so much money.
It was
But-
actually more than that because it's in Canada.
We are what is called. Have you guys ever heard the term dinks? All right.
Not that I
So
know.
we're dinks. We're double income, no kids.
Oh, got it.
Hey, I was positive if I said that to someone Canadian, they would try to slap it out of me. I'm glad you said that.
I feel like somebody is trying to set me up on this podcast. Because I know other Canadians, and if I was to say, hey, I'm a dink right now, bro, they gonna look at me and I'm gonna go flying.
Hey, look,
I
in
know.
full disclosure, I do spend a lot on audio gear because I am a producer. So I spend quite a bit on, plugins and programs and synthesizers and music makers and things of that nature.
But see, I wonder if you could write that off. It's the Series X as a business expense. Because the Series X actually has audio capabilities to it too.
I bet you I could.
See, buy it. I got you.
Amazing.
But no, I did honestly forget that Forspoken was a PC and PlayStation game, and that it's not on the Xbox. I'm sure the word there is yet. I can't imagine, like, if Windows has it, surely to God, Xbox is gonna have it at some point.
That's not true.
So I do apologize.
Because like Final Fantasy will never show up on Xbox.
Actually, that's wrong.
I play Final Fantasy 15 on Xbox.
Here's the
I don't
thing.
care about that. I'm talking about the.
No. Hold on. They're already saying that Final Fantasy 16, which is the newest one, will eventually be on Xbox. The thing is that the PlayStation version has console exclusivity for a period of time.
Yeah, that does happen.
D-Ray trying to be responsible and not upgrade every few years. Damn console companies are to blame.
Facts.
He said you can basically write anything off. See, that's a fact.
I can believe that.
Bro,
Night,
I run a business playing video games. I write all my video games off because it's an expense.
I read his comment with a British accent in my mind. Thank you, Freaking Night.
Hey, if the game is still being released for Xbox One, why not do it on time? Because, okay, the weird part about releasing video games is they're going to have to actually downsize the version that comes out on the Xbox One. And rather than make the people that have the good consoles wait, they're going to let us play the game in its full.
He said it, not me, D-Ray.
He did.
Did I say something? What
And
did
he
you?
said it again. And you know, he's getting real good at that.
That was a backhanded compliment right there.
backhanded compliment.
What? How what?
A pimp named Mr. Glass. That's his
What?
name now.
Oh my bad.
People with the good systems. Huh?
Oh my.
Right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Uh-huh.
All right, so yeah, rather than make us wait, they're going to give us the game without having to wait for the downsizing on the other consoles, and that does take a lot of time because the thing is, how much of an install, I wonder, is Hogwarts Legacy on Xbox? Because
I can
sure,
find out. I know what it is on PC, but
Yeah,
I was
can you
looking at
Google that for us really
I was
fast?
looking at an article this morning that said it.
Can somebody Google that for us real fast? 'Cause
I'm doing it
I'm
right
betting
now.
it's going to be a large file. And you got to realize on the Xbox One, if you have like a 60 gig game, yeah, that ain't good.
That sounds like memories of Destiny 2
Oh,
with
yeah,
all
we
the
had to
expansions.
talk
Boy.
about robbing Peter to pay Paul. When you try to download Destiny, you're gonna have to borrow some space from somewhere.
You ain't lying.
So what's the verdict here, guys? How much space are we needing?
I'm gonna figure at least 100.
All right. Second, I'm scrolling through all the promotional pictures.
Okay, so while we're figuring this out, just raise your hand, Dizzy, when you figure it out, and I'll give you the green light here.
All right.
So the thing about, is it online multiplayer? No, it is not, and that is why DEFCON, I have not bought the game. I'm gonna wait for Wild Hearts. Okay, she's got the information. Dizzy, let it go.
69.7 gigabytes.
That is almost 70 gigs, and on an Xbox One X, or how much? Just on an Xbox One console, because they can't assume you have the One X. How much memory do you have on a One X, or on a One, rather?
What, 250 gigs, 260, somewhere around there.
So that's like a good
jeez.
30% of your hard drive right there. That ain't gonna be good.
I mean, like literally right now, I have 3 games: GTA 5, Red Dead, and Return of the Jedi, I think.
And
Yeah,
so
like,
what they're
even-
trying to do,
You just gotta get the external drive.
Yeah.
and what they're trying to do, is they're trying to make it to where that 70 gigs is not going to hit Xbox One users hard. Because I bet you by the time April rolls around, that will be a 30 gig or less install.
Compression.
Well, I mean, I remember playing Warframe. I don't know if you guys played Warframe, but on the Xbox One, Warframe at one time was like 50 gigs. It's now much smaller due to compression.
Wow.
Yeah. It just actually may be time for me to upgrade because there's so many games coming out this year that I'm just, yeah.
Look, I have a
And
terabyte
so-
and I have a 2 terabyte hard drive. I have a terabyte and a half left on those two things.
Dang.
You need the space, dog. You need the space because I'm telling you right now, when Street Fighter comes out, when Diablo comes out, when all of these big games that everybody's gonna want to play, probably play some of them on the podcast.
If you would like to see what games we're talking about, see one of our previous episodes where we talk about the games that we are looking forward to coming out this year.
Would you look at that?
And
Professional Dizzy in the building.
And also, I would like to announce my OnlyFans page so that I can pay for all of these upgrades.
Just a
Okay,
second.
look, man, I wish
Where
you
is
the
it?
best.
BigGreatNews.com.
I wish you the best. I'm just gonna make sure that I stay off the internet when you release that, because I don't need to see all that now.
Freak Night, do not cross me. Remove
You know what?
that PC comment.
Freak. Listen,
Here's the
Freak.
thing.
I'm
Here-
gonna share a story that makes Freak sound a little not smart. And Freak, I'm sorry, I love you.
Oh, damn.
A lot.
So
Everybody's
yesterday,
getting-
no, but D-Ray, this is to make you feel a little bit better. All right, I'm doing this for you. So we were in Discord yesterday. There was me and Freak and our buddy Sean, and we were talking. Sean asked me, "What is a reason? What makes buying the deluxe edition worth it? What is worth pre-ordering the deluxe edition?" I said, "Listen, what you get with the deluxe edition is you get the access to like there's like a dark arts like game mode, and you get access to the Onyx Typograph mount, and there's a couple of like outfits you get." And you also get 3 days early access to the game, because the game technically doesn't come out until Friday. So if you pre-ordered, then you get access today. So Freak heard this and he was mulling it over and he was talking. See, Freak, he knows where this is going. So Freak heard us talking about this and was hearing me talk about the early access. How excited I was about it coming out today. So Freak, I can't remember if it was this morning or last night, said, "You know what? I'm doing it. I'm pre-ordering." And he did. And then today he's like, what was it you said? Something about like, were you able to access it earlier or whatever? He's like, and he goes, "Never mind, I figured it out. It only works with the deluxe edition." So Freak made the decision yesterday to buy the game to get the early access, and he bought the wrong version of the game.
Oh.
Even though me and Sean were talking about it and saying this is the reason to get the deluxe version is for the early access. He heard us, like we were talking about the deluxe version, and he didn't buy the deluxe version. So he bought the game last night or this morning, I can't remember, so that he could play it today, and he still has to wait till Friday.
Well, okay, Freak, I have a question for you. Would that $10, because I know it was either $69.99 or $79.99 for the deluxe, right? Would that $10 have changed your life? Because if that $10 would have changed your life, you made the right decision. But if you throwing that $10 away, well, you messed up.
You know, I'm ready to hear the Blast Artist of the Week because I need a few minutes.
Do you hold on, before we do the Blast Artist of the Week, I just want everybody to understand that D-Ray doesn't always sound like this. He's much more full of life, but he has been dejected today. All right, roll the beautiful footage.
You know good. Play the clip.
And this group, their name is Gravel. Is that how it's pronounced? D-Ray? Gravel.
I think so.
And this is Black Veil of Silence. This is something totally different than what we normally play, but let's rock on.
Darkness that is creeping across the land.
You know,
Wow.
we ever do an official GLASSHouse Spotify playlist, which is something we probably should do. That song needs to be on it.
It does. That was pretty fire, man.
Yeah,
I
I was
like
really
that.
enjoying that.
I like the vibes there. I like what they were saying. I like what the instrumentals were doing. It was tight.
Yeah, that guitar solo was fun.
Oh yeah.
So let me do my spiel and we'll let this keep going. So if you're an independent artist or even an up-and-coming comedian or spoken word poet that would like more exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register as an artist for free and be a part of the family. That's blastmusic247.com. What's the rest, Mr. Glass?
Changing the industry, one artist at a time.
Indeed. That gave me some Iron Maiden feels. Run to the hills.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty
yo,
crazy, man.
that song was
Defcon,
jamming.
okay, Defcon said, "Oh, I wasn't expecting that." Well, what were you expecting? Because Blast Music 247, we are not whack, bro, at all.
At all. There it is.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I have a question for you.
Now, PC users might be a little bit whack, but we Blast Music 247 not whack at all.
Excusez-moi?
Hey, I got one for you. And Apple doesn't even sponsor this podcast. They should, but they don't. But I got one for you. Don't be whack. Use a Mac.
That goes on a T-shirt.
Right, Freak? I agree. He had that Iron Maiden feel big time.
Okay, so
We need to
guys,
reach out to them
we're
and tell
talking.
them- I'm sorry, Glass. We need to reach out to them and tell them how the gamers were really digging that trend.
Okay. I'll definitely reach out to him.
All right, so we are talking about story-driven games, and I have a question for those of you in the chat. What is your favorite story-driven game? You can either answer this live or after the fact. Trust me, I will be in the comments looking. So make sure you guys tell us what's going on. For me, my favorite story-driven game of all time is Final Fantasy VII.
I was like, it's Final Fantasy 7. I think we all knew it was Final Fantasy
What you
7.
got there? Come on, man. You could less of mystery.
We did not have to pray to the chicken god for that.
What are your Freak Knight says Skyrim.
Yeah. Even
Okay.
though that doesn't technically count.
I
It
think
doesn't.
does.
It's kind of open worldy, but
Oh.
Yeah, but like there's a story.
yeah, there is a story, but it's open worldy. But you know what, Freak? We'll give you that one. But if you're gonna count the Elder Scrolls games, shockingly, my number 2 is probably Oblivion. I probably put more time into Oblivion than any other game that's story driven without any online component at all, other than Final Fantasy VII.
I'm with you,
DEFCON says Metal Gear Solid.
I am with
Okay, so
Good choice.
here's what I want to say about Metal Gear Solid. I played Metal Gear Solid, the first one, on the PS1, and I loved it, right? I was so into it. And then I got to Psycho Mantis. And as I've discussed multiple times on this station, on this network, on this show, I don't like to pay people to scare me. When
Facts.
Psycho Mantis start telling me, you like Castlevania, don't you? Oh. What you talking about? How you know that? What you mean? Hey, you play Street Fighter, huh? What you talking about? I was freaked out, man. It was over for me. So I did beat the game, but I was scared. Ninja Gaiden 2 and 3. Okay.
That was a
I love
delicious
Sons
game.
of Liberty. That was the first time we saw Raiden, right? That was a scary one because I thought, in my infinite wisdom, that the game was gonna have a happy ending, and he started laughing at you mid game, and I'm like, damn, bro, the trickeration.
What
So
about you, Dizzy?
So I've been sitting here pondering. That was my thinking face a bunch. And I know, like, I think a lot of my friends would probably expect me, like, if you said, what's your best, like, story game? They expect me to say Borderlands, right? But I don't think it is. Because if I sit here and I think about the game where I spent the most time and got really emotionally invested in the story,
Titanfall.
No, that's we shall not speak of that.
What are you trying to start here, man?
Although that is an excellent story. It's very short. Like I felt like I didn't get enough story because it was probably if you sat down and play, you could beat that thing in 3 hours, easy. I would have to say Final Fantasy 15. I really enjoyed.
I do remember you getting quite caught up in that.
I went down that rabbit hole and didn't emerge for a very long time. But like the story drew me in, the characters drew me in, like it was just beautiful cinematically and musically, and the end made me cry. So I would say that's probably my favorite video game story wise.
So I'm just saying that Final Fantasy is both mine and yours favorite story game. So for those of you out there, that's kind of talking to you that call those games Dungeons and Dragons. I'm trying to tell you, you're missing out, bro. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about here is...
you didn't ask them their favorites.
Yeah,
only me and Glass mattered.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't get to ask either because apparently.
Oh, I know what yours is though.
I know his is too. Just a second before he says it, I'm gonna write it down so that I can prove I know this.
All right, yeah.
Just a second, I'm writing it down.
Let's see.
I'm clocking in my vote here.
Me and Dizzy are on the same train here.
I should say something different just for the hell.
No, you gotta say the truth. You gotta say the truth.
See, that's best.
All right, I've got it written down. I'm putting down the pencil. I'm holding up the notebook. All right, just ignore what's written on the notebook. And are you trying to read the notebook?
No.
It's upside down. There you go.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, is that what it was?
She's a psychic.
The worst kept secret on the podcast.
I know, my boys.
You know what's crazy though? That game came out in 2008. No,
Wow.
2018. I'm sorry, not 2008.
I was gonna say there's no way that came out in 2008.
Yeah, 2018. But
I think Grand Theft Auto 5 might have though. That might have came out when I was a small child.
Right. They're still finding new things in the game that people have just discovered.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Man, that's crazy.
For real. Who said?
All right, Veep's gotta go.
All right, so the Veep has to go attend the business, y'all. Make sure y'all say what's up to him on the Middle Pages podcast, which is next on the Blast Network. Make sure y'all keep it locked for that podcast.
Indeed.
Don't leave me.
You're leaving him with the miscreants. Hey, that little head movement that Dizzy gave us right there, that was very Slytherin of her. That was
wow.
That was very parcel tongue of her.
Yeah, I'm scared now.
So I love you guys, family. Y'all be good. Everyone in the chat, thank you for showing up tonight. Appreciate y'all. I will see y'all next week.
Bye, Veep.
Salute.
You gotta say it.
GG, my G's. There you go.
Your excuse.
Waiting on it. All right, so we didn't get to the Veep story-driven game, but I'm gonna probably say it's a Division because that's what he likes.
I believe he said Ninja Gaiden, but I thought that was.
Oh, that was him on the ones and the twos.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. So there you go. All right. Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2 and 3 are games about Ryu Hayabusa, who is also famous for Dead or Alive, when he is basically the main character in that game too.
Everyone plays Dead or Alive for its story.
Why do you think I played Dead or Alive? As a 14, 15-year-old impressionable young youth.
It must have been.
I am behaving.
Huh? What? I don't. It was the graphics.
Yeah.
It was the gameplay.
It was the physics.
Yeah, it was the physics. It was the mechanics. You know? Anyway.
So there was no nudity. Is that what we're saying?
There was none, but
technically, no.
There was that there was things that bounced. very lifelike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what's the name of this game again?
Well, hey, if you like that, the best version of that would be Dead or Alive Extreme Volleyball. Hey,
Oh my
that
god,
thing
I
was-
had that game.
Them things was stanging, man.
The things was banging.
There
You
might
might say
as
that.
well have been, bro. I mean, if you played on PC, there was definitely mods for that kind of thing. I didn't touch
How many
any of
times
that.
You gonna cuss at
But
me tonight? How many
see,
times
look,
you gonna cuss at me?
KP, no. Death Con always, what about the volleyball game? So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball.
So the thing is, right, when in the world of gaming, when a new game comes out like Hogwarts, people are buzzing, which is fun. It's a great time to be a gamer when new and different and fun games are out and you can enjoy the buzz of the game and things like that. You don't even have to have the game. I don't have the game, but I like it. I like the feeling right now because I know Wild Hearts is coming out, Atomic Heart's coming out. We have other games to look forward to, both as an Xbox guy, a PC guy, a PS5 guy. You have games looking forward to in this upcoming year, and I think it's going to be way better than 2022 for gamers because I think there's some new things that'll finally come along.
It's gonna
and
be a good year. Like a lot of stuff is coming to fruition after what I think has been way too long since we've had some really good AAA titles that weren't battle royales or just PvP or anything, like actually good story-driven AAA titles. I think it's gonna be a
Disney's
good year.
disdain for battle royales knows no bounds. If there was a genre of gaming that she could outright eliminate,
Oh,
that would be it.
100%.
She was.
And you know what's
she was
crazy
Thanos.
is Fortnite. There's
Be
people
the
who
top of my list.
there's people who make millions of dollars playing Fortnite, and you just want them out of a job. You
I
don't
want
like it,
Titanfall 3.
but Fortnite doesn't have anything to do with Titanfall 3.
I do believe that the battle. Yeah, no, Apex.
Yeah, but you can get mad at Apex, but Fortnite, there's nice guys that.
You know
play
why
Fortnite.
they made Apex? Because Fortnite made money.
But it's not Fortnite's fault that it made money. The lady got our whole community into Fortnite.
That's true.
How did
What?
I need backstory.
Yeah, you're gonna need to divulge that.
But then you got a whole community in it. I need a backstory. How did you do that?
How did this happen, man?
Yeah.
Talk to me now.
Okay. Freak, why you gotta tell me like this? All right. So, you know, I'm part of a grown-ups only gaming clan, right? Like, it's just a bunch of casual gamers, and we're all 18 up. And that one day we're like, oh, what do we play? And I'm like, well, there's this free game out now called Fortnite. And so
The tables have turned.
The
I'm like,
turntables have turned.
so I'm like, it looks kind of fun. Let's try it. So I hopped in and I played Fortnite for a bit when it first come out. I actually have the paid version where there's actually a bit of a campaign.
Yeah, to save the world. Yeah.
Yeah. But I got, so a couple people in the Discord started playing it with me. And then I dipped because I'm like, okay, no, I don't like this. And more people, like, it was too late. I'd already unleashed Fortnite onto our Discord clan. And so because of me, a bunch of them got into it. Freak, you traitor.
Well, Dizzy,
Your uppance will come.
what have we learned?
Yeah, what have we learned?
I still don't like battle royales.
We have learned that
Listen, I've been very straight with the fact that I'm like, I will try anything. All right, before I decide that I'm going to poo-poo all over it, I'll give it an honest chance. I have said this before. I will give something an honest chance before I relegate it to the bowels of hell.
Hey, Glass.
Like,
Glass, watch this. So when you gonna give Mac a try?
you know what? My dad owns a Mac. He hates it, but guess who his main support is?
DOD is all right with me.
So, I don't know. My stepmom bought it because it was prettier. And I'm
they
like,
are better looking than PCs.
and she's not a computer person, so I'm like, she's not gonna learn how to use a Mac. But she wants it. It looks prettier. I'm like, but she won't spend the time to learn how to use it. So she bought it anyway. Next thing you know, I'm hearing, do you know anything about this Parallels program? For those of you who don't have a Mac, Parallels is like a virtual machine you install on Mac so you can run Windows.
That's hilarious.
So when she turns her Mac on, the first thing she does is open Parallels where she has Windows. All right.
So she bought a Mac to run Windows.
Yeah. Okay.
Makes sense.
No comment.
Makes sense.
No
So
comment.
yes, I know I have used a Mac because I'm her main support on Mac.
So going back to these games.
I didn't think I'd have an answer for that.
Oh, look at her slithering. Look at it.
Look, you know
what I mean? Like what is happening right
what
now?
have we unleashed? But
What's this music? I'm just sitting here like,
yeah, no doubt.
it's got me amped up.
No doubt. So, but here's the thing. Getting back to these games, like especially Legacy of Hogwarts Legacy, excuse me. They're saying that the gameplay for the story is somewhere between 36 and 40 hours to finish the game.
That makes me happy.
And
Wow.
so that means that even though I may have to wait until April or until I can get my tax refund or whatever the case may be, there's a good chance that Disney may not be finished the game by the time I start.
Probably.
So
I juggle too many games, man.
Right.
So
And I think that's dope. I really do.
it is like I played for probably about 2 hours before I had to start getting ready for the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I haven't even barely scratched the surface. Like I've been in and I'm just past being sorted.
Oh wow. I gotta go back and I think I remember the house I was in on Pottermore.
You strike me as a Hufflepuff.
That's a long time ago. No, I was actually Slytherin.
Now enemies have become aligned.
We are friends again.
I was actually Slytherin. And I tried really, really hard to be Gryffindor. And but then it started aggravating me that I was lying on the test. It's like, I'm not lying to get no dog.
Yeah, because it's a
That's
long
hilarious.
test.
Yeah.
It's a long test.
I was.
And
You know what's crazy? I was gonna take the test right while we were doing the podcast so that I could tell you guys what I was, and then I saw how long it was, and then I was like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah. And then after you do the test and you're sorted into your house, then you have to find out what your Patronus is, and then you have to do another quiz to find out what kind of wand you got.
Yeah, I remember all of that.
And apparently they're not gonna hate on you for using dark magic in this one.
Nope. My wand is a 13-inch elm with dragon heartstring and very little flexibility. That's my wand. And my Patronus, get this, is an orca.
I dig that. I really do.
They said I had an unusual Patronus and I had to do some extra questions. And when I did, they're like, this is it. And I got a killer whale. I'm like, well, people better watch out for me because I've seen Blackfish.
Freaking night. Pretty sure I always got Gryffindor.
I can see how that would work out.
I do have a question for you, Dizzy.
Mhm.
Are you disappointed that they did not include Quidditch in this particular?
I was. When I'm not going to tell you how I found out, but as soon as I found out that there was no Quidditch, I was very disappointed.
I kind of feel like.
But I feel like that's possible DLC maybe later on. Maybe they just got to work it out because that's very complicated, the flying around and everything.
Well, also, isn't there a matter of licensing too? Because isn't Quidditch its own thing after the J.K. Rowling situation? Didn't the Quidditch League take its own thing and do something else?
I honestly don't know.
I think they did. I think I read something about this.
But can't you see, like you said, DLC, but if they announce multiplayer and then they announce Quidditch, you know?
That would be
Well,
cool.
I think if they announce multiplayer for that game,
I I think it's going to depend on how much money this game makes and how popular it is.
Well,
like,
it's already. I can tell you just by the numbers on Twitch, it's a big game.
But if it's one of those games where everyone buys it and they play it for a couple of weeks and they're like, oh, this isn't what it was hopped up to be. Like, if it doesn't have like the continuous support and traffic going on, they may say it's not worth a multiplayer DLC. They need to see people play it and keep playing it.
I disagree with this, and I'll tell you why. You just mentioned Final Fantasy 15 not too long ago. People played through Final Fantasy 15 and then stopped. Then they announced DLC.
Comrades.
Then they picked it back up again, and then they played it. They played the DLC. Then they put it down. Then they announced more DLC. They picked it back up again. Put it. So you could see a surge in player base just from the announcement of DLC because you already have a huge install base.
Yeah,
as long as they know they've sold X amount of copies, they know they're going to sell at least roughly 30% of those people who bought the game will buy the DLC.
And they've made it a point to say that there are no microtransactions in the game at all. So when you buy it, you buy it. So I can actually see it making, eclipsing 1 billion, and then continue to just add content and keep making more and more money, because it's one of those games that people are going and that's another thing. I don't know if we brought this up. Everybody's not going to have the same ending.
I'm told that when you play the game, the decisions you make in the game will change the ending, and that's very interesting.
I always get the worst ending in those games.
I remember what happened to you in Detroit.
I was like, did you see Detroit Become Human? You should have seen what happened. I killed everyone somehow. The bad guys won, and I killed everyone.
Okay, wait. I love how you say somehow.
Somehow, it was completely not my fault.
The last time that I played video games with you on a regular basis, you got me killed time after time. And the first time that we played video games, I told you, hey, we're gonna line up here on the left. I need you to come to the left side of this room.
It was all very confusing.
And then I can run up and pull these monsters, so that way we're all set. And mind you, ladies and gentlemen, it is a circular, round room. It's a circle. It's circular.
None of them slithering powers can help you now, huh, Dizzy?
And somehow she managed to wipe our entire group because she wanted to stand on the right. Or quote unquote, she got lost.
It is okay. I've been very transparent with the fact that I struggle with left and right, okay? I'm very transparent with this fact. It should shock no one here. Left and right can be a little more complicated than people make it sound. And freak, I got words for you, man. Words. I'm not going to say Vic's podcast.
Wait a minute. I'm going to do a Freak Night impersonation.
All right.
Dizzy, getting your teammates killed, outrageous.
Freak has made it his mission to kill me in every game we play together.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about the Rust thing.
Yes, well, it's Rust, it's Phasmo, it's anything he can. He finds a way to kill me. I always say, you do not play with Freak, you play against him. It can be a co-op game with no friendly fire. He will still get you killed. Intentionally.
Ladies and gentlemen, an hour has passed and we are running out of time here. But I hope you guys enjoyed our look into Hogwarts Legacy and other story-driven games. I appreciate each and every one of you guys.
It's my familiar. Right there.
That scared me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie.
What, this dude here?
Yeah, like it just came running across the like I'm from New York. We don't do mice and rodents and stuff. They don't look like they don't look like nice little hamsters here.
You see how I start talking and they all show up?
Yeah, like what?
It's because I am the provider of treats.
But so there was a video circling around, and this is gonna be the last bit because I know we gotta get out of here. But there was a video circling around of a dude who fell asleep on a New York subway, and a rat jumped on this dude. Like, it was on the ground, and it leaped up onto the dude, and the dude was like asleep, and he felt something right up over here. He's like, and it doesn't go away, and he like slowly wakes up, and he's like, oh, and he runs, and it's like a whole thing, bro. Like, that's what I think of when I see those things in that cage.
Oh, these guys are snuggly.
No, they're not.
No.
I have nothing to say about
See,
Scabbers.
if my dog wasn't asleep right now, I would bring in a dog because that's cuddly.
Your dog is so cute.
Your dog is cute.
Check out the Twitter, guys, if you want to see Nico. He's one of my more recent posts. All right, so y'all, it's been a beautiful night. I appreciate y'all. We tried, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, we tried to put together a different podcast for today, and I hope to be able to put that in next week or the week after, but we definitely trying to do this for Black History Month. So make sure you keep it locked. We have a lot in store. We're going to be changing the way we do certain things. There's going to be some cool additions to the show. Keep it locked, man. We got some good stuff coming.
Thanks.
All right. Anything y'all want to say before we get out? Dizzy, you go first.
Just always thank you for the chat and showing up and conversating with us.
D-Ray, try to keep the haterade to a minimum.
Okay. Thank everybody for showing up tonight. And look, do your best to find the beauty in the world because you just never know. You know, just like you can have something that you throw away and someone can take that garbage and create windows.
Damn. All right, so
I
on
saw
my
it
way
coming,
out,
man.
on my way out tonight, I just want to say quickly, rest in peace to Jerry the King Lawler, a wrestling legend who passed away today. I don't know how old he was, but I know he lived a good long life.
Yep.
Hopefully his family, if he had kids, I'm not sure he did or not. Oh, he did have a son, but his son passed away, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So hopefully, his family can, find comfort in the fact that he had a great life full of great things and he made a lot of money for his family and did all of that. So hopefully they find comfort in his legacy. And rest in peace to the man who entertained me as a youth for a lot of years.
Facts. No doubt.
And on my way out, one more thing I'm going to say is, hey, man, just because of that, make sure you understand that your loved ones are there for you and that you need to be there for them because you never know when the last time you're going to be able to see each other is.
Facts.
So always never walk away from a situation angry and never walk away with something left unsaid. That's my message to y'all for tonight. Don't break nothing, y'all. GG, my G's.
GG, my
My
G's.
G's.
And we're out. Yo, this is Mr. Glass, and welcome to the GLASSHouse.
Welcome to the GLASSHouse. Go ahead and put the pads down. Welcome to the GLASSHouse. He's the man now. Spitting knowledge about the games we play every day. At the same time, ball up on your fools on 2K. Dead or alive, I don't see the beat. Sick with the shot, you don't know if I'm LeBron or Master Chief. Welcome to the GLASSHouse. Go ahead and put the pads down. Welcome to the GLASSHouse. He's the man now. That's why I shine brighter than the sun with 4 halos. Making dark souls wanna run and go lay low. These games bring out the best of me. Again, me, you already know. Failure is your destiny. Welcome to the GLASSHouse. Go ahead and put the pads down. Welcome to